And here is the Writer's Almanac for Sunday, January the 5th, 2020. The first legal divorce recorded in the American colonies, finalized on this day in 1643. Anne Clark of the Massachusetts Bay Colony had petitioned for a divorce from her estranged and adulterous husband, Dennis Clark, who admitted to abandoning his wife and 2 children for another woman, confirmed that he did not plan to return to the marriage, and so the court granted her a divorce. It's the birthday of Mozart's wife, Constanza. Mozart, born Constanza Weber in Zellem-Wiesenthal, Germany, 1762. They first met when Mozart was 21 and Constanza was 15. He was in love with her sister, and then when the sister married another man, Mozart courted Constanza. It's the birthday of the man who coined the term Cold War and also created the op-ed page, Herbert Bayard Swope, born in St. Louis, 1882, worked for the New York Evening World, where the op-ed page was created in 1921, which stood for opposite the editorial page. Herbert Bayard Swope was also a famous gambler, and 2 years after he created the op-ed page, he won almost $500,000 in a poker game in a railroad car in Palm Beach, playing against an oil baron, a Broadway impresario, and a steel magnate. And it's the birthday of the poet W.D. Snodgrass, William DeWitt Snodgrass, born in Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania, 1926. Who began in the early 50s to write poems about his marriage, which was falling apart, and who was considered to be one of the founders of the so-called confessional school of poetry, poets writing openly about their own lives. And it's the birthday of Stella Gibbons, born London, 1902, author of Cold Comfort Farm, her parody of romance novels. Umberto Eco, born in the Piedmont region of Italy, 1932, author of the novels The Name of the Rose, Foucault's Pendulum, The Cemetery of Prague. Eco once said he knew there were sections of his books that people just skip over, but that he thought it was important they be there. He said, you think of the next to last chapter of Ulysses, in which James Joyce just describes Leopold Bloom's entire kitchen, every drawer. Sometimes I happen to go back and read a drawer. The first time I read it, what was impressive and important was this ideal of describing everything. It's the birthday of Libba Cotton, born in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 1895, taught herself the guitar. She was a left-handed guitarist, best known for her song Freight Train, which she wrote when she was 11 years old. Here's a poem for today by Louis Jenkins, Earl. In Sitka, because they're fond of them, people have named the sea lions. Every sea lion is named Earl because they're killed one after another by the orca, the killer whale. Sea lion bodies tossed left and right into the air. At least he didn't get Earl, someone says. And sure enough, after a time, that same friendly, bewhiskered face bobs to the surface. It's Earl again. Well, how else are you to live except by denial, by some palatable fiction, some little song to sing, while the inevitable, the black and white, blind-siding fact comes hurtling toward you out of the deep. A poem entitled Earl by Louis Jenkins from Where Your House Is Now, new and selected poems, published by Noden Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.